Because again, it has been a while. You're not optimal. What am I doing again? Oh yeah. Of course. Hold on. Badoom. No, don't do that. Okay. So, I want to die. What am I doing? I'm making a thing, and its purpose currently is to. Right now, it doesn't do anything. You know what? Talking is just not. I don't talk. I don't speak. Speaking is not for people. You know, why don't I just store these as like global variables? That'd probably be a better idea. Because then I can just... What? Oh, yeah. Okay, I know. There. I can do that, and then that give me the thing that I want. And I should probably rename this. And will that... Hold on, will that even work? Because... Oh, God. I'm not even going to be on here for that long. Why am I even doing this? This is stupid. This is stupid. God. Is this even recording correctly? I hope it is. Hold on. Yeah, alright. Cool. Epic. And if I'm not a Mormon, then yeah, that should switch screens. Epic, okay. So I'm going to be getting the volume for like a specific point in time, right? But that's based on a TAC, and that's for the whole chunk. I don't want to be doing computations on the entire chunk. Do I? No, wouldn't I want to be doing it on each individual sample? Okay, I can just probably do that. Or hold on. Honestly, I have no clue what I'm doing. That should work, right? No, we're not gonna make this global. We're gonna just be stupid and see what happens. No, Mimi. Hold on. Let's see. Let's join my gamer friends.
Why are we using Ruby when we already have?
I still get a little
When we already have a different
Hey,
bot.
gamers.
Groovy?
Hello,
Spotify.
gamer.
Hey, you
I'm
should,
trying to, yeah,
You should.
because this one runs
Okay.
Spotify, question mark?
You should watch my stream, gamers.
We saw, and we might. Are you streaming currently?
Yeah.
Look, Morgana's in that basket.
Dab.
What are you?
Like you're on a list of commands.
Okay, that's gonna not work out. You guys are faggots, and I hate you. What am I doing looking up YouTube on YouTube? And no, you're not faggots, except some of you. Some of you are. But you know what? Sometimes we're all faggots. So. Doesn't matter. Life is pointless.
Currently?
So we can view the volume using the sample, not snapple. And then that's going to be using attack and delay shit to get an actually good volume. Oh god, what is he posting now? Oh yeah, I should probably give him my stream. Oh. Yeah, of course it's still gonna happen.
You can disconnect them. It's one of the things.
Yeah.
Discord sounds. Shut up, liberal. What am I doing now? Just fuck off. Shut up. Shut up. Stop notifying me of things. I don't care. Okay, so we're gonna have release. So that's by sample. And we're not gonna use an attack value because that's for gay nerds like me. XD. Why am I even trying to do this? My brain is not at the capacity to do this. My brain is at the capacity to do something like take disassembly and like rewrite a couple things using regular expressions. I need water. Let me get water. Concurrent viewers. Of course it's Austin. Because Austin's the only person who cares about me. All my friends, they're like, no, let's listen to music and be numbnuts. No, I'm just kidding. I guess. I don't know. My opinions are pretty shit. So we wanna... I just cannot spell sample equals add sample. So does that. And we should actually be using a global volume. Maybe that's not a bad idea. You know what? Do I have to do like ahead of time where if you use attack, it has to delay it a bit? and then after delaying it, it lowers the volume. Like instead of just taking the exact sample and it's like, uh-oh, it's too loud, better to lower it. You take, okay, it's too loud, but like you look ahead. You look ahead of the current sample, which means you have to delay it a bit. And then you gradually lower it to that. So attack is stupid. But I can do release, that's easy. Or I could just go by chunks. I could just go by chunks. Okay, attack requires, okay, and, we'll just set these all to nice little values. I wish I could visualize all of this. That'd be really nice and beautiful, but you can't do it all. You can't do it all, friend. You know, let's just global sample too, just for the fun of it. Just for fun. Let's just, change my mind. I can always edit it later. Gain, amplify. And those are the times it takes for it to release or go down, and for it to attack and go up. I think. Maybe. I really don't know how audio works. I'm just being dumb. Float, and let's just make that 0.5. So if it's bigger than 0.5, we'll do one thing. If it's smaller than 0.5, we'll do another thing. So sample. This sample is bigger than the volume. So if the current sample is bigger than what the volume is, then we're just going to set volume to the sample. But whatever. I'll do that. But how do you convert how long it would take for it to go down? Do that, couldn't I? Go. So I'm gonna just turn right, and also yes, int, but then also divide by the speed. So if you have 10 samples, if start is 0, end is 10, then that will be 10. But that's only assuming the speed is 1, because that would be linear. It would take 10 samples to go from 0 to 10 if it's increasing by 1 each time. But if it's increasing by 2 each time, then it'll only take 5 samples. So that's why you divide it by speed. And that will work. And that looks nicely documented and beautiful. Mwah. Perfect. And that's just a nice little helper function. Beautiful. Love it. Awesome. A person. Oh, I got a subscriber. Epic. Lay Epic. Thanks. Oh god, I'm not going to try to pronounce that. Just kidding, I am.
Solus Stanley.
For subscribing to my channel. Maybe these are just my friends. I don't know. Do I have to mark things for review? I don't want to do that. How do I not do that? Just let him through. How do you not mark something for review? No, nobody's participating. It appears. Why did... Austin, I thought you were already subscribed to the channel. Why did you resubscribe, you ding ding? No, how do I turn that off? How do I allow live chat to replay? Moderate. I do not want to do that. Allow live chat to replay. Epic. Will that change that option? It will not. Cool. Epic. Who is currently even watching my stream? Let's find out. Shut up. Yeah, new subscriber. Awesome. Don't care. No, I don't want to guard my privacy. I want to be streaming if I wanted to guard my privacy, YouTube. Yeah, hacker. No, I'm not gonna anonymize anything. I mean, maybe I will, okay? I'm sorry, friend. Boys. What gamers? Haha. You can't say gamer without gay. Got him. Okay. Back to being an idiot. I still want to know who a person is. I still want to know who a person is. I want to know who you are. Who are you? Concurrent views 1. What do you mean as playbacks? What does that mean? Does that mean you go back? Send feedback? No. I don't want to send feedback. Nobody. Well, now there's like no one. Okay. Epic. What do I even care about any of this? And we're gonna do. So this time to samples is for attack, so we know how far to look ahead when I eventually decide that it's a good idea to implement that. Which is probably not now. Let's just be Dingledorf and print the sample, each sample. It's gonna be really slow and absolutely, it's just, nah. But that's okay, it's all good, it's all good. And why do I have to, why does it, I just want to refactor without it being, you know, stupid and doom and dumb and pizza. Just stop. Yeah, just show it. I don't care if it says something stupid like got dick stuck in toaster again. I find that shit funny. I mean, you know, in a way, I guess. Gamer says, eat my ass. Thanks, Gamer. I wanna know, okay. I would not like to keep having to review. I don't want to manage anything. Just let it happen. No, live chat. Beautiful. Let it happen. Just let it flow. No. 7th? What do you, is that what grade you're in? Who are you telling to shut up? I'm not, okay. I don't even understand, dude. What's going on? Why is this so difficult to do? You gotta censor everything. Censor everything. Okay. I can report you. No, I'm not gonna report you. Make you a moderator. 7 times stuck in a toaster. Message retracted. What does that even mean? How do you retracted? What? This is good. You know, just let it all go down. Man, what a fun time. I'm really good at getting distracted. I haven't had my ADHD medicine like since this morning. I probably should take another pill. Just no, live chat. Show it. Oh my god. Another. What other moderator is on my server? I guess I just don't have any control anymore. Alright, no, that's fine. I don't need control. I don't need. Yeah. No. What the heck are you even talking about? Do you want me to live stream this comment? No, I'm not gonna live stream the comments because they're already like live replay over when you watch this. Okay, YouTube, you don't have to continue telling me that another moderator has handled this. I'm not ASMRing, dude. I'm just talking quietly because it's relatively late. Oi, John, could you maybe stop with the ASMR? I can't get more erect. Nah, I don't think I will. Cool. We're just gonna write that. You're not defined. Minecraft 2. That's great. Nice one. You're funny. You're a funny little boy. I wish. But this is Python, not Java, so wait a second. This has to be like tiny. We're gonna have this very, or no, do like 110, just 0.1, just don't bother with the fractions, you silly goober. Okay, this 0, this 0, 0. Course? What course? I'm not taking a course, I'm just doing this for fun. Okay, that is not helpful. You know what? It would be really great if I could visualize this. Is there something that I can do that for me, or do I have to write my own? PyQt4. At least it's not using Python 2. FFmpeg. I don't want to render the. I just want. Why do I need FFmpeg? Can't I just like draw it as like a table? Live graphs. Yes. How do you do live graphs? Hey, it's this guy.
So if you're following along linearly, this is the code. Less animation to it. That's anywhere, right? It's from stock. So that's pretty, so people was really animate to it. Clear here that made this the apps dated so 11,5. Control S to save.
That's cute. is this so complicated? Just give me some, like, just give me something. I could use a library, but give me the good stuff. Come on. Okay, that doesn't tell me anything. Good, I love that. Love that so much. But this gives me the whole code. Don't I have something for drawing this? Audio Viz. Audio Lazy. Let's get that package. No, it's not voiceover Pete. You want voiceover Pete, do you? You want me to just stream voiceover Pete like just a playlist on loop 24/7? Voiceover Pete performs the B-movie script for PewDiePie. Is this what you want? Is this what you wanted?
All no
Is this what you wanted?
According to all known laws of aviation, there's no way a bee should be able to fly. The wings are just too small to get its fat little body off the ground. The bee, of course, flies anyway. That's because bees don't care what humans think is possible or impossible. Yellow, black, yellow, black. Oh, black and yellow. Let's just shake it up a little bit. Barry, breakfast is ready. Coming! Hang on a second. Hello? Yes. Barry? Adam? Can you believe this is happening? No, I can't. I'll pick you up. Looking sharp. Use the stairs. Your father paid good money for those. Sorry. Excited. Here's the graduate, and we're very proud of you, son. Perfect report card. All B's. Very proud. Ma, I got a thing going here. You got lint on your fuzz. Ah, that's me. Wave to us. We'll be in row 118,000. Bye. Barry, I told you, stop flying around the house. Hey, Adam. Hey.
This isn't something that I want, honestly. I would like to continue working. I hope you enjoyed that little detour. More people arriving now? Well, geez, they are. And who are these people? Are these like subscribers? Have you guys like subscribed to my channel? How have you seen this? Are you one of those people that just go to like can you filter search queries by like, I mean, it's great, you know, I mean, this is relatively a lot of people, all things considered. Considering most of my videos get like 0 views. Got him. But no, not this time. So I want to know what this is doing. Is it even going to do anything? You're a support on device 0. Go. Ah, yes. I love spitting errors out. Objects cannot be broadcast. Shape mismatch. That's audio that's... Where are you getting these? Where is this? Oh, sorry. Did the stream die? Did the stream just fuck itself in the ass? Nice. Dude, though, that's kind of gay. I mean, you know, there's nothing wrong with gays, but just a little bit gay, dude. Just a little bit gay. Goblin cave of a stream. Goblin cave. I like that. What is the goal of this present code? I am making a really terrible way to, like, okay, this is gonna be hard to explain. Have any of y'all ever heard of OTT? It is a plugin. It is a VST plugin. I will show you using the power of a computer and my voice. So I'm gonna switch to here. Now I can hear my own voice, and so this is a little bit awkward. OTT is an, upwards downwards compressor, and oh geez, it's feedbacking really bad. Hold on, I'm gonna have to go back a little bit. Basically, it takes the quieter volumes and amplifies them to this point, and then it takes the louder volumes and de-amplifies them to this point. So if anything's quieter than it, then it will go to it will make it louder, and if it's louder, then it will make it quieter, and it does that on three frequency bands, lower range, medium range, and high range, hence multi-band. And so basically I'm doing that, but kind of the opposite. This is a really bad explanation, and I'm going to turn this off because it's feedbacking terribly. And so basically it's like that, except when there's still like a threshold value, and it's not multi-band, it's just one band, because that's stupid. I don't want to have to do that. It takes too much work. If it's lower than the threshold, then it will just cut it out. It will just gate it. And if it's higher than that threshold, then it will I think normalize it or amplify it. So you have to manually set the threshold, but it will just basically silence. The goal is to silence noise, but then like if you're talking, it will make it louder. So it will kind of work, but it probably won't work very well, honestly. And I kind of realize what it's doing, sort of, but I kind of don't know what I'm doing, honestly. I'm just kind of figuring things out as I go, and especially because it's just getting later, and at some point I'm gonna have to go to bed. My mom's probably gonna come in here and be like, "Hey yo, get your ass to bed," and so that's gonna be fun. So I'll probably continue this tomorrow in that case, or I won't. It's kind of like what Discord does, except sorry, I'm switching subjects again. Back to the thing, what it does. It's kind of like Discord in the fact that with the gating part, except you set the threshold instead of it finding threshold based off of average noise or like average quietness. I think that's how it is. At least that's what Skype did. Is when you would talk, it would like try to find how like the threshold based on like if you wouldn't talk, and it would just find like, okay, how loud is that quietest sound when you're not talking, and I will adjust myself to there, so it will only gate when it needs to gate. I don't even know the language. What do you mean? Yes, people who don't know English can program that. I mean, like you have to know a little bit of English, because like I don't think you can. Okay, so it does allow Unicode. Can you put like Japanese? Can you name your variables Japanese functions? Here, wait, why am I looking up Japanese? Just look up like translate or something. There we go. And we're gonna go to we're gonna switch that. Go hello. We're gonna get it, konnichiwa, and then we're gonna put that in there. And okay, so it does work. All right. So at least Python in this case does indeed support Unicode, which means variable names, just really anything. Non-ASCII characters in an identifier. Oh, but it doesn't like that. But it does not like that. So you can technically program without knowing any English, except for the fact that like libraries use English, most of them. So that's a problem. I wonder if instead of inputting my microphone, I could input like something more simple, or something that I can control more, like a slider or something, but that requires UI, and so oh man, this doesn't sound like something I want to do. I don't want to add UI to this thing. I'm trying to avoid UI as much as possible, since I am absolutely terrible things. I just do not know how to do that at all. Okay. Does this even work? What does I do? What is I used for? Is it even used at all? No. What's the point of I then? In fact, what's the point of animate? It's even called? Oh, it is called. Hold on, is the function, is that like a parameter? Yeah, parameter or argument or whatever. Frame. So it is the frame. Damn. This is kind of whack. Not gonna lie. Oh, and these naming conventions are awful. Yeah, exactly. Change that. Make that good. Good, perfect. Now change this to not gay, by the way. I just wanna put that out there before I do something even more stupid. Right. Chat rate 4. What does that even mean? No, this is not what I did. That is not what I did. I wanted a pop-out chat. Copy that link. Paste it in there and there. Now I have that there. Perfect. Beautiful. Absolutely. I love it. Oh, hey, somebody said my name. Super off track. Yeah, we are absolutely off track. What? Add you on Discord? Sure thing, dude. Who are you? I don't know you. Oh, look, everybody left. Look, nobody's on here. Everybody left the voice chat. Got him. Wait, this is a bot that is currently not playing anything. Epic. Lay epic. Okay. Who are you? Who is thy? Okay. Well, I'm probably just gonna shut up before I do anything. It's not gay unless the balls touch. Wait. Dude, Tiger? You freaking... How did you find me? How do you even know who I am? I mean, not... Okay, that was a stupid question. I'm sorry, my brain isn't working today. How did you find this channel? Is my question. Did I tell you it at some point or another? Dude, that's great. What is your thing? That's not how it is. That's not how you enter. What is your tag? What is? Yeah, it is tag, right? Discord tag. Yes. What is your Discord tag? Because even though I haven't talked to you and I probably won't ever talk to you again, it would be nice to have you on Discord. Cool, epic. Everybody bomb him. No, that's a joke. That's a joke. Just don't do that. Please. In fact, you know what? Just before something happens, there you go. I just saved you. I didn't do anything. That was everybody's already copied it by now. If anybody wanted to do something serious, and okay, we're just human beings. We may be bad and stupid in nature, but unless, what? People are gonna spam you? Great. Ashes are... You can have spaces in your name, in your Discord tag? I didn't know that was even possible. But sure, you get a friend request too. I'm not even gonna talk to you guys again. But this was great. You know what? Better than nothing. Better than nothing, guys. Better than nothing. Can I put user in timeout? Oh jeez, I'm getting my phone. Oh, it's over there, way over there. Like we used to on Yahoo. What Yahoo Answers? Does that even exist? Oh, it does. Okay, good. I'm not that young. Wait, who is? Like, is that? Oh, okay. It's accepting a friend's requests. Yes. Hello. Hold on. I need to drink some water. Honestly, I didn't think this would work at all. I mean, nobody viewed the like crappy text-to-speech B-movie script. Or maybe they did. Maybe you guys did. I don't know. I don't know what to think anymore. It's a little bit of a paradigm shift. God, you know what? Visualizing is for nuts. You know what? Okay. We'll just be dingus. How do you use this function? Make an animation by repeatedly calling a function. Okay, what happens if we take this, make a new file, paste that in there, format that, change the name to actually, fit Python naming conventions like a normal good person, and then run it. And this will do nothing, and it will get mad at me because I'm taking data from that. I want to know what frame is. Tell me what frame is. Oh, is that like animation frame? Zero, 1, 2, 3. Okay, I don't know why it displays the 0th frame twice, but it does, and I am not one to judge. Just kidding. Got it. What is X1 used for? Can I just use the figure? It doesn't even create a new figure. What does it return? Matplotlib.figure.figure. So let's okay, so it's not, didn't be smart. That's annoying. So I can't just plot that like that. I have to. Dumb. That means I have to manually like do array appending and stuff like that. That's split. Oh. Well, hold on. Plot X, Y. This is Y, so let's just name that to stuff that makes more name that to things that make more sense to me. So if we were to take something like this, I should just make this into a new project instead of having it all in my regular Python folder. You notice when I don't have the live chat open? That's when I get relatively the most work done. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Honestly, look at that. The trees are all black. Actually, there's a slight tint of green. That's probably more gray. It's probably just being perceived as green because our brains are stupid. No, oh. Where's plot coming from? Does not matter. Where's plot? Oh, okay. I see. I understand now. What happens if we change the intro? just use a from import. That's a lot quicker and nicer looking and beautiful and perfect and not fat. You have to set an interval. Why don't you just plot it like a normal person? The animation repeatedly called. Why do I have to figure? Why do I have to? Can I just call this manually? Random 0 to 10. Look for the Y's. Do I need to clear it? Maybe. Let's find out. Wait, while one sleep, and we can import that. No, not async out. Oh wait, no, animate. And what happens if we just don't call the frame at all? Nothing. Oh, but there. Oh. Oh, disgusting. Oh, it appears it's not printing it at all. So you do have to use an animation. That's disgusting. I hate that so pretty much. Disgusting. Maybe actually no, it's not a bad thing. You know what? Maybe it's not a bad thing. Maybe I'm just being stupid. As I often am. Look at that. Look at it go. Here, wait. No, let's add. The x-axis is going to be I. So it'll be nice and beautiful. And let's make this a little nicer. This equals range 10 equals rand.randint 0 10. X. If we just change the interval, does interval or is it? It's not. So what is that normally? What happens if we just make it 0? Just fast. Fast. So fast. Can't even keep up. It's so fast. Yeah, there's a good chance I'm autistic. Ooh, look at it go. It doesn't clear and it's beautiful. That's pretty. I'm not gay or anything, but it's kind of pretty. And let's just shorten that even more just because I hate myself. Kidding. Look at it go. It's so pretty. Wait, is that necessary? It is. Yes, it is. What is interval, actually? In all honesty, what is interval? Okay. Interval. What is interval? Come on, give me the documentation. Animation. It's more or less can draw. What does interval do? Examples: decay the phase of the animated histogram frame simulation. 3D random walk oscilloscope. Oscilloscope, yes. Unchained. What is that? Give me that one. Let's view this on here. Where's Unchained? I want to know what that is. It's capital letters, so it's important. Great, did that actually switch the screens right? It did. Beautiful. What does that mean? Comparative path demonstration of frequency of our fake signal of a pulsar mostly not going unknown pleasures. That is pretty cool. Oh man, but that's a lot of dumb stuff, isn't it? Give me the animation. What is the difference between artist animation, number delay? Okay, so it'd be so if you wanted 30 frames per second, you do it like that, and that is 30 frames per second. And if you do it like that, here I'm just gonna clear this, then it is 60 frames per second. And actually, I can make this draw the frame number. Frame and frame. Oh, look at it go. Look at them scaling up. That's so pretty. I'm just on, dude. Nope. Gotta have the same shape, or else it will yell at you. Anyway, Blit. Rename that. No, okay. Can I make it not? Yeah, okay. It's gonna have to do that. Interval, which is in milliseconds. And of course, I would love to blit it. I love blitting. Artist. Oh wait, no, that's artists, and I don't want artists. Function. Frames. Init func. Save count. This is gonna make it even more slow because I'm gonna be doing this each sample, aren't I? Maybe that's a bad idea then. It's gonna be really slow. If I knew how to use port audio instead of Pi Audio, which is Pi Audio is just a whatever it's called. Hold on, now I forgot what it's called. Binding. Yeah, just a binding for Python, because Python can interact with C stuff. It's C is so much faster. Yeah, if I could use C, if I knew how to use it, if it wasn't so complicated and annoying, then I would probably be using C instead of Python. Because it's probably going to be better for real-time stuff like this. When using blitting, I need will be drawn according. What is a Zorder? I don't know what a Zorder is. Hey, if blit is faster, then it must be artist objects, so we can't blit it. That's F in chat for that one. Nice. Okay. So now that we know how to do that, we can just do things. I love that. That's beautiful. And we can just copy this actually, and then we can. Yeah, whatever. Can I do that? No, I'll just leave it sub. I'll change the interval when I feel like changing the interval. You can't see me, my time is now. So now I'll add some constants to make this nice and beautiful. So we'll draw 100 samples. And it is not gonna give me helper for that one because it does not know the type because it is stupid. Number of rows, number of columns, index. What is index? What does that mean? I don't know what that is. So take the index, the position on the grid. just want to know what ax is. AX. That's just like shoving it in an object. Okay, I don't know why I did that. I'm stupid. Why am I in Espanol? So stupid. Okay. So the x-axis is going to be range samples drawn. Wait a second, I have a question just about references and stuff. If I have an empty list, but I do it by 100, that's going to give me that. Sorry, if I do that and I do A0 and I do equals 1, okay, so it does definitely, absolutely do that. And then we're going to do some really crappy, bullshitty things here. Where we... This is something that I would, if this was not a one file thing, I would really shove this in another file. In fact, this might legitimately be something I do, because currently this is starting to become something that really should not be shoved in one file. In fact, yeah, I should really just quit while I'm ahead. I want to put you in... where do I put you? I'll put you in the external drive somewhere, just somewhere else, just anywhere else really. You know what? I can actually have it be in Python stuff, or I could, you know what? I could just add that as a path. Yeah, then I wouldn't have to do stuff. I'll just add that as a path. That will work. I'll think of a good name for it later, because I don't need to upload this to GitHub or whatever. I'll shove that in there as well. And then I will set that as a source so that it can import stuff. Then we'll add, set it to main, and we'll have plotter, or the draw, like a draw module, and that will take this is the point where things just kind of start going downhill as I get more and more tired, and as I just realize the scale of this project. But, you know, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? I've already started. I'm already streaming. Why am I streaming? I don't usually stream about this stuff. But I've done it, and it is happening, and I, you know, just might as well just keep going down the rabbit hole. As I do this, instead of like internalizing in my head like I usually do when I program, it's just, maybe it's okay. No, it totally doesn't tire me out that much. I'm probably just tired in general. Also, I'm going off track. Okay, off track. Come on. At least my back isn't hurting right now. That's good. Say like, oh, I need to define a type. I don't need to define a type. Just let Python figure it out. Whatever. It doesn't have to be named well. It just has to be good enough, I guess, right? Yeah. Not put that in there. That is So we're going to we're gonna append that, and that should put it at the end of the object. What happens if we just append it without even clearing it? I can actually just take that as a chunk, can't I? Chunk size. Because really, the chunk size, chunk size, what even is that? What am I talking about? I should probably explain that. Should I even explain this? Does this need explaining? Is this really that important that I need to explain this? Maybe. Okay, the chunk is basically, it reads, so if you take audio and read it sample by sample, and then put a computation on it sample by sample. So if you read one sample, do stuff with it, and then write that one sample, and do that for each sample, it's just way too slow. So instead, what you do is you read it in blocks of a certain amount of bytes or of a certain length, and then you process those, and then you write those, and that is a chunk. It's kind of like Minecraft, how instead of each block being its own thing, you have a chunk of 16 by 16. I know this is a really cringy analogy, but it's the first thing I could think of. And that basically makes it faster in Minecraft, of course, because now instead of doing computations and loading and unloading by individual blocks, you're doing it by chunks. And it's kind of the same thing here. So that's what that does. Anyway, the reason the chunk is important in this case, a bigger chunk basically means that it will read more before writing. So if you make the chunk if you make the chunk the sample rate, then it will read for 1 second. And then after 1 second, it will write what it's read after it performs stuff on it, which takes a little bit more time. But if you didn't do any of if you ignored all this and just wrote to it, that's commented out because I don't want it to write to it right now. I'll uncomment that later. Then it would delay it. So it's kind of it's a balance between like how much you buffer before processing, and like how much like delay. Okay, this isn't a lot. That's not a lot. That's not going to be a bad thing. Like that. If you take that, that's not going to tell me a lot. Let's do it the other way. That's how much. You're only like, this is 1 second, so like 0.02 of a second, like 2/100ths of a second. So that's not that big of a delay, obviously, for us, puny mortals. Anyway, now that I've gone off track on that thing, yeah, back to drawing, back to UI. Oh yeah, yes, one more thing, of course, okay. So when eventually I get to attack, what you have to do is you have to actually you can't, if you're trying to raise audio or change a gate or something, you have to look ahead in the audio by a certain amount. You can't do it real time. This is not making sense at all. I'm explaining this really poorly, but you basically have to look ahead, and so basically the end result is that the amount of time, the attack time, is limited to how big how big each audio chunk is. So yeah, if I want this to be slower, because the slower this will be, the longer it will take for attack, and therefore the more samples it will take up, and so eventually when it reaches that, it will have to increase that chunk. Basically, why this is important, I believe, is because it's actually not important. I just realized it's not important because this is going by a different interval. This isn't going on a chunk by chunk basis, so that kind of defeats the whole purpose of that explanation. All right. Shouldn't be too big of a problem though. It'll be fine. I could make it all. Oh, it gotta be perfect. But nobody's perfect. Computer, I'm not. I don't expect this little guy to be perfect. Or I don't expect the little manufacturers to make this thing perfect, because just our world is just a piece of shit, and it's not perfect. And sometimes it just be like that, right? So, continuing time, yes. speaking of absolutely nothing, YouTube and its ability to process so many concurrent requests and like have like so many people like just like constantly just shove data down its throat, like live streaming, video uploads, and still like manage to keep it on track of it. That's like, that's impressive, dude. Have I been? Hold on. Don't tell me I've been. Okay, good. I haven't been streaming the other when display by accident, other monitor. That'd be an embarrassment. Ethernet. I'm receiving 112 kilobytes or kilobits of stuff, sending 3 megabytes. That's a lot more. That's I mean, that's what one would expect when streaming, right? So cool, epic. Oh wow, it's really dark outside. It's 10 o'clock. At any moment, no, she's gonna come in and be like, "Get off the computer." Maybe I should just initiate some self-control and do it myself. Nah, I'm good. I've gotten so little done. Imagine how much I would have gotten done if I wasn't streaming. Probably a lot more, potentially. Or, potentially not. Potentially I'd be in bed right now. Who knows? Who knows? Not me. I don't. So, we will do our little hacky-sacky thing, and we will append some samples. So certainly there are 100 zero samples in there. So there isn't like a shift thing. So we're just gonna delete a sample at the end, which I'm pretty sure pop does. What does pop do? Am I right? Am I right? Item at index default last to the end of the list. There isn't like shift, so I would want to pop from. So we're going to remove an element from the beginning of the list. Yeah, we're going to remove an element from the beginning of the list, and we're going to add an element to the end of the list, so that it will always remain length 100. Perfect. That's going to be probably just a huge toll on this with constant resizing of arrays. That's probably going to be a pretty big performance nerf or whatever on the computer. But you know what? It's Python, right? What did Michael Reeves say? You can't like Pythons can do everything, but it does it really badly. Yeah, it's like that. It's like that. But what can you expect from a dynamic interpreted language like Python? It's actually pretty fast for what it can do. Okay, so now we just do toDraw as the y-axis, and then as a little proof of concept, we're just going to use a while loop. And I'm not sure if that will how it works event-wise. But we're going to do qdraw, and we're just going to do like random. We're just going to add like a random number between 0 and 1. Sorry, I want like random. Yes, random, not random. Real number 0, 1, non-inclusive on the right-hand side as usual. Yes, I can tell direction. All right, so if we run that, if we run that, sorry, don't want to be ASMR. I mean, I already am ASMR. I'm not gonna go shouting. Let mom sleep, What is it talking about? Oh god. Oh, okay. So the index has to be 1. It's not 0 based. It's 1 based. That's not the right word, but that is so laggy. Nice. Nice. Okay. So it does draw it once, but it only draws it once. Why doesn't it continue to do it? Why did I change all of that? Just undo, change this to a while. Why? Oh, it's because I'm doing the while loop beforehand. So it doesn't appear to be concurrent. Well, that just ruins all my plans. That just ruins everything. That's actually really annoying. That's, darn, okay. Now soon I'll probably separate this main into multiple modules for computing this, the gate and the amplifier and the volume getter. Darn, right, well, just have to go by the numbers. So we'll just have to observe it using numbers. Ooh. Oh, look, Austin's playing on a Minecraft server. Nice. I mean, like Santa's. Sorry. Habits. Oh, what's the IP to my Minecraft server? Nah, I don't feel like telling. I'm good. Thanks. No offense, of course. Just of course. It's like how they don't share, like the IP of SMP Live. Not just anybody can go on there, right? I mean, obviously, okay. Not to compare my server to SMP Live. Obviously, there's no contest in that case. What I'm trying to say is it's only like friends, like actual like friends that I've talked to like regularly. And that just, oh nice, I haven't seen him in a while. Yeah, okay. So how else would I do this? Why is it always animated? I don't want to animate it. Because then that's like a function that's called periodically. I can't just... Ow. I can't just, like, do them at the same time. It's not concurrent. And I was afraid it wasn't concurrent. And that's just saddening. That makes me sad. Despacito. So why does the sample start off as 9? 9 shouldn't even be a value that it gets to. It should be between, I think it's like 1 and -1. So, volume. Like they're in the jaw thing. Get out of here. Hold on, let's just go and terminate it. And just go. There it is. There's an oh, never mind. Okay, that's a float value. It's just really accurate float values is all. You can see it's going up and down like that very slightly. So which one's the sample and which one's the volume? Oh, it's because I'm changing. I'm so silly. I'm not supposed to be editing sample. Sample is something that should not be touched. Which is probably makes it not a good idea to make it a global variable. Oh, yeah, don't do that. And I'll edit that later. You can fix things as we go, as usual. Now we try. There. So volume should be an absolute value. Is it because? Oh, it's because. Okay, so I have to do absolute. Okay. And I'm going to separate that by tabs so that it will look a little bit nicer. Don't worry, I'm just being retarded because it's, I guess, more easily detectable. So the thing is, it shouldn't be actually going back down ever. Like ever. Like at all. Like just, no. Why is it doing that? In fact, let's just get rid of that. We'll just do that. And we'll detab all of that. That's not the right word. there. So now what I will do. Oh, I'm a moron. I forgot to delete that line. Wow, I just did it dumb. I just did such a dumb. And of course, I don't have to do app sample every time because it is not a global variable. Is it? Outer scope. Shadow's name from outer scope. Who am I? Who's calling me? Somebody's calling me. Let's see. Is it a scam caller? Of course. He's what? What's up? What do you want now? What do you want now? Bootleg. What do you want now? Oh my god. You want me to look in chat? Oh, jeez. Now I gotta answer all these questions. Message retracted. Why is it retract? Is that what it is? Is that why he's calling me? Oh god. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? Yeah, what's the problem? Are you complaining because you can't send messages for some reason? Okay. Then what are you calling? Why are you calling me? You, okay. I mean, yeah, cause I mean. Right, I'm not. I think, okay. Goodbye. Alright then. Sure. Whatever. Just talk to me. Yeah? Good friends. And thank you. Thank you, Spacey, for being a nice person. Dude, I have no idea what tractable means. Easy to control or influence. Aw, man, I like that. I like hearing that. How often do I stream? I'm thinking maybe I might start streaming more, considering how relatively well this is working. At least it feels like it's working more well than my regular videos. I certainly don't feel like I'm getting a lot of, a lot of recognition with my regular videos, but these streams are appearing to tell me that people somehow are managing to find me, which is pretty cool, pretty epic victory royal, excuse me. So yeah, also Twitch, I was thinking maybe Twitch might be something to do, possibly. I mean, okay. And I mean, I don't know. Again, these are getting pretty good reception. So if it's something that you all like or you like, then sure. I guess this is probably something I'll do. I might do music streams too, possibly. But maybe not. I don't know. And okay, Twitch. Why am I not doing Twitch? Because being able to go back is something that I feel Twitch kind of needs. Because it only shows liveness. With YouTube, you can just go back and see, like, for the past couple hours, see if what's happening, what's going on. But not with Twitch. So for now, I am sticking here. Okay. So it does do absolute. Oh wait, no, shit, I didn't finish the code. Finish the code, dude. Finish the code. So that is absolutely doing what it should be doing now in terms of what it is doing. That made oh so little sense. So we're gonna have this go like very tiny. Yeah. So now what should be happening is that as that drops to something like 0, why is that lower? Yeah. I'm just sorry, I'm gonna kind of distort my mic here just to get some output. Good. That will give me slightly better numbers, I think. Yeah, that gives me the 0.1s, which is much nicer. So as that goes, oh, that's definitely going down a lot lower. So right now the compute volume function is kind of acting similar to a smoothing capacitor. It's actually kind of like turning AC into DC in this case. Actually, really, it's just like a software implementation of turning AC to DC, because it is rectifying the waveform, the audio, with the absolute thing, and then oh, hey mom.
I think that's enough.
Yeah. Can you just give me a moment? I want to finish something up.
Okay.
All right. So after that, this part here is when the I guess the volume's kind of like the capacitor part, where when the sample is bigger than it, then it jumps up and follows the sample like perfectly. But when the sample is lower than the current volume, then the volume slowly decreases and follows it more slowly. And so that makes it so that it's more close to the peaks of the volume of the samples, which more accurately represents the volume. Anyway, that's going to be it for that explanation, and I am going to have to leave, as you just heard, probably. So, I guess I will see you, one person. Pretty sure there's still only one person. Yep. See you later, and yeah, epic victory royale.